Hello, everybody. Hello, this is Caroline, and welcome to the Caroline Live Show. I'm Caroline, your host, and today we have a great show for you, and I want to say hi to everybody on the chat. So if you're on the chat, say hello in the chat. I see we have Walter. Hi, Walter. Thank you for joining from Germany. And I already have a question. Wow, this is the first time. I already have a question to start the show off. From, I don't know, I cannot pronounce your name, Dhamendra. And your question is, if we don't have Alexa or Google Home devices, so is that possible to control smart devices with an assistant which we installed on Raspberry Pi? That's a good question. And if you know the answer, feel free to answer in the chat field. KB says hi. Hello, KB. And I'm going to get this show started, and I'll think about your question, and hopefully I'll think about the answer. But I don't think I know off the top of my head. So if somebody else knows, just reply in the chat. Thank you. And if you're online, just say hi. Say hello now. All right, let's see. Let's get this party started here. And all right, first we're starting with housekeeping, as we always do. All right, first things first, I'm going on vacation next week. Yay, this is my first vacation since the pandemic, so the first vacation since I guess March, and so I won't be here next Thursday. We'll pick up the following Thursday, so don't log on next Thursday. Let's see, so we do this show Thursdays at 3 o'clock my time. I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I think it's also noon on Pacific Time. In Walter in Germany, it's probably about 8 o'clock your time. Let me know. Next on housekeeping, this is a place of positivity, or this show is supposed to be fun. Please join. We're just having fun, some banter here during this time. And last but not least, excuse me, please mute your device. I will say the wake word a lot, and I can't mute it out because it's a live show. So mute it or wear headphones or whatever you need to do. All right. Let's see. Oh, some more people have joined the chat here. Ed Chin says hi. Hi, Ed Chin. Glenn Gudo says hello from Jax, Florida. All right, that's kind of close to where I am. Thanks for joining. Excuse me, I had to mute myself for a second. All right, I think I ate something kind of dusty right before the show, and so and it's a little bit weird now. Okay. All right, if you're on, say hi. And I am doing a final reveal of a face mask, light up scrolling face mask today. So if you have something clean and fun that you want me to scroll across my face later on in the show, let me know. Type it in the comments field, and I will. And if I like it, I will scroll it across my face. We'll see. All right. Walter says it's 9 o'clock. All right, 9 o'clock in Germany. Thank you for joining every week. All right, Nicholas says hi from Cyprus. Hello, Nicholas from Cyprus. All righty. Let's see. Next on our agenda, okay, so first I always give updates from last week. I'm going to talk about the future of this show, the future show schedule. I'll give you all the dates for the rest of the year. I'm doing a final reveal on my face mask. Y'all gotta check this out. I figured out something new between this week and last week, and I'm super excited to show you. Hopefully it works. All right, there is a change to IFTTT, if this then that, and I'm going to talk about that on the show for a second, just because I have some tutorials on this channel that have to do with that. I have a little bit of an ESP32 demo for you today that I've been working on. And then there's a new hackathon, a new contest. You can win real money if you want to code for Amazon Echo, and I will give you the details of that, announce that on this show. And then actually, because I'm going to be on vacation next week, I'm actually going to give you my next 2 videos. Of course, things could change, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to say in the next 2 videos. So anyway, that is my agenda for today. And does anybody know, before we move on, does anybody know the answers to the question from Dhamendra? If you don't have one of these or the Google Home device, can you trigger your smart home devices off of your Raspberry Pi? I think that's a good question. I'm not 100% sure the answer. I think for the Google Home, I think I made one before I bought one. Actually, that's true for Raspberry Pi and Google Home in my own personal life. And for Google Home, I don't think I was able to trigger a smart home device on my Raspberry Pi. There was a little bit of a workaround. I think they probably fixed that hole by now. The workaround was to borrow a Google Home from your cousin. So I made a Google Home on a Raspberry Pi. I tried to do a smart home device on it. It didn't work. I borrowed my cousin's Google Home, reset it back to factory settings, put my account on it, and then I was able to trigger my smart home device. And then I reset it back to factory settings again and gave it back to my cousin. And I think my smart home devices did work on my Raspberry Pi after that. But that was like 4 years ago, and I think they've probably figured that out and fixed that by now. So anyway, if anybody knows the answer, please let me know. Anyway, so that's the show for today. So let's get started. So on Tuesday of this week, 2 days ago, I released the Hey Samuel trigger to Alexa. And so thank you for everybody who watched that. If you missed that, I am going to copy and paste the link into the chat field right now, and you can check that out if you're interested. And I did get some interesting comments, so thank you everybody who commented about the video. Let's see, so the comments were, hey, thanks, I've been getting having trouble, please try in a little while, for days. And then it's like, hey Caroline, any idea when this will become available to Canadian Alexa users? So I did not know it was not available in Canada. That was news to me. So I don't know. I don't work at Amazon. I don't know. I thought it was available everywhere. So sorry about that. And then how long does it take for it to start working? I asked for weather, but it says I'm having trouble. Try again in a little while. So 2 people had the same problem. And to be honest, I think I sort of had the same problem a little bit as well when I was trying to get it ready, trying to get it going. Okay, just, behind the scenes of this video I released on Hey Samuel, just to show you what happened before I started the video, is I enabled the Hey Samuel Alexa voice skill on this. This is an Echo Generation 2, second generation Echo. And according to the documentation, it doesn't work with first generation. The Hey Samuel wake word doesn't work with that first generation. This is a second generation. I could never get Hey Samuel to work with this. And yeah, I think on this one, I did have problems getting it to work with launching it or getting it the first time around with this second generation Echo. So if you look at the video that I posted, you'll see me talking to this guy, the Echo Dot third generation. It worked flawlessly on this one. So what I did was I kind of had the, hey, getting set up, having some problems with this one. So I went around to all my other Echo devices, my Echo Show and my Echo Spot and this one, and I enabled it and it worked really great. And then I stopped having problems with this one, but then I never got Hey Samuel to work. So that's kind of what happened behind the scenes with this video, and that's why you see me talking to this device right now. So hopefully that helps. So anyway, yeah. So thank you everybody for your comments, and hopefully that helps out. All right, so Carl S. just came in and caught the end of that Google Home bit, but maybe you could use the Google Home app now. I used the Google Home app today. Thank you. I have an actual Google Home now. Backstory to my Google Home. I did not buy Google Home. I actually found a guy on Craigslist willing to trade me 2 Echo Dots for a Google Home, and I'd gotten the Echo Dots. They were the first gen Echo Dots. I'd gotten them for free from Amazon, and I had like a whole bunch. So I traded my Echo Dots I got for free for a Google Home from somebody on Craigslist, and that's how I finally got a Google Home. So that's how that went. All right, so it does work now. All right, so let's see. Oh, okay. So the other thing I want to ask, if you did end up watching my show or my video from this week on Tuesday on the Hey Samuel, did you notice something different about my video? So I recorded a new intro this week, and I added something called an end screen. And those two things are considered like best practices by the YouTube people, and I thought I'd give that a shot and do something new with my channel, and so that's what I did. If you've watched my old videos, you'll see, I'll say, hey, let's get started, and then you'll see me skiing down this hill. It wasn't really appropriate for technology videos, but I was so proud of myself for skiing down a hill and not falling that was why it was there for so long, because I'm not very good at skiing. So now we have a legitimate video that is actually about technology. So that's my new intro. So check it out if you haven't seen my new intro. Hope you like it. I worked really hard on it. All right, next on the on my little PowerPoint thing. All right, my schedule for the rest of the year. All right, so I'm going on vacation next week, first vacation in a while. Holidays are coming up, and it turns out Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve are all on Thursdays, and I do the show on Thursdays, and I don't want to change the day of the show, the weekday of the show. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to go to a reduced schedule from now to the end of the year. After the end of the year, I don't know. If y'all want me to continue, let me know. If y'all think are like, oh, hey, we don't want your show anymore, that's cool too. I'll quit doing it. So the plan is go on vacation next week, coming back on the 15th. I'll do a show on the 15th, then the 29th, then November 12th, and then December 10th. So I think things are going to get kind of crazy here with the holidays coming up, and so that's my schedule. If you want to know where I'm going on vacation, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Those are my handles. The Caroline Dunn is my handle, and you can find out where I'm going, what I'm up to when I'm not doing this show. Right? If you want to. If you don't, that's cool. All right, let's see. I've got the. I see some more comments here. The question about the voice assistants can be solved by installing Home Assistant on the Pi and the mobile version to control the smart devices. Okay, thank you, Samuel. And then Ethel Monk says, I'm late. Well, hi. Hi, Ethel Monk. Thanks for joining the show today. All right, next on the agenda is, I turned in this tutorial to Tom's Hardware, and I thought it was going to get posted by today, but it hasn't gotten posted. I just checked right before I started this show, so it'll probably get posted tomorrow. So anyway, I have finished my tutorial on the scrolling face mask, and if you would like to see something scroll across my face, I will put it on right now. This is it. Hopefully it's still working. Oh, there's something stuck to it. My other demo, which I'm getting ready to do, is a little bit tangled up in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me untangle something first, and hopefully I don't mess this up here. My goodness, how did I get this craziness? Hopefully I will have a demo for you for this show. All right, everything got kind of tangled up here. All right, so here is my face mask, and then now I'm going to go over to my Chrome browser and show you this website I made. So if you were on the show last week, I did a scrolling face mask demo last week, but it was a speech to text, and Ed Chin and Walter are here for sure, and they witnessed my tutorial, or they witnessed my demo of the scrolling speech to text face mask, and they have definite opinions about how it went. If you'd like to give a recap, Ed, Chin, or Walter, please feel free in the chat field. So since then, I decided that speech to text was not the best method, and I came up with a tutorial on Tom's Hardware that I have painstakingly put together that you can do at home now if you want to make a scrolling face mask. And what it is now I have made this little website. It's a local website, and it does work on your phone as well. And you can just enter in the text that you want, and then it scrolls across the screen. So if you want to see your text, if you have something you want me to say across my face, please let me know, and I will, if I like it, then I will scroll it across my face. But hopefully this works, and we'll try this out now. And of course, this is my little secret I told y'all last week. If you were here, I wear a mask bracket underneath my mask, and that just holds it away from my face, so it's not just right on my face. So I can continue to talk while I'm wearing this face mask. Okay, so let's see if this works now. Let's test it out. Hello. That was very exciting. It scrolls across twice and then it stops. All right, so we can try all sorts of things. Let's see. All right. If y'all don't have anything, y'all are quiet. If y'all don't have anything, I'm just going to start copying and pasting stuff. Hello from Jax, Florida. And there you go. That's the final demo of my scrolling face mask. Does anybody notice something different from last week? So last week I just had one 8x8 pixel matrix that was just right here in the middle. Now I added a second one, and now it's a 16x8, so it's twice as wide, which is really interesting. Hello, my name is Caroline. Check that out. What do y'all think? All right, Ed. Good one, Ed. All right, let's try that out. Let's see if that works. Please hand your cash over. This is a robbery. There it is. That was funny. Thank you. All right, and I don't know if this was meant for this, but we're going to try that. Let's see if this works. And there it goes. All right, so that is my final demo of the scrolling face mask, and I hope you enjoyed that. And that is, and if you want the code, it's on my GitHub page right now, and I just want to show you kind of the difference between the different ones. So last week I showed you an 8x8 just right in the middle, so you can see that right here. So that I did a little GIF so that on my page, and then this is what I showed you today with a 16x8, and all I had to do was connect two together, and then I changed the code slightly. But now, and then if you want to do the 32x8, that's the face shield version, and it's wider than my face, so I put it on top of my face shield. So that's the three variations in my tutorial, and I will post the link here as soon as. Actually, I think I still already have the link, but I'll post the full tutorial, and hopefully y'all can get to it. So if y'all want to do this project at home, yay, I will post the link shortly. It will be in the description field below, I promise. So anyway, that is the face mask, scrolling face mask tutorial. And so thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. Ed says LOL. Okay. All right, so next on the agenda is IFTTT, if this then that. I have several, they're kind of old, but I do have several tutorials on my channel that do feature IFTTT. How many of you guys use IFTTT? Let me know. Just whether you use it with my tutorial or just for something else. Let me know if you use IFTTT. How big is IFTTT? I had about 50 applets I had created on IFTTT when they made the announcement that said that they're going pro, and there's a monthly fee for IFTTT if you have more than 3 applets. Today is October 1st, And then if you want to keep all your applets, you've got to do a monthly fee, and you can set that up right now for $3.99. Otherwise, if you wait till after October 7th, I think it goes up to $7.99 or $9.99, a much higher price than that. And then, and then, yeah, you've got all this. Yeah, they're going to archive all of your oldest, all of your applets, and then some of them aren't going to work anymore. So I thought I'd warn y'all about that in case somebody's doing that. Let's see. Ed says, I do. Walter says, not yet. All right. So anyway, important announcement. If you have more than 3 applets on IFTTT, you need to go in and archive all the ones you don't want to use, or you need to start paying $3.99 a month. You set that up now. If you wait until October 7th, then you're paying $9.99 or $7.99 a month, something like that. So what I did, okay, let's just be honest here about what I did here. I had 50 applets. Let's see. So, Ed says, wow, just 3. Thanks for that. Oh, yeah. So yeah, this is I will copy and paste the official link in here so that, oh yeah, you know what? I have not, okay, so if you want the fabric mask that I just showed you, my friend actually made that for me, and you can order one from her Google page, all right? And then if you want a mask bracket, I will give you the link for the mask bracket, which is right here. All right, and then let's see. I'm just giving out all sorts, and then the source code for my face mask, scrolling text face mask, in case you want to make one of your own, is right here. And okay, so here's the official announcement from IFTTT. Copy, paste, and you can see that right here. All right, so it's IFTTT Pro. If this and that, then you've got to upgrade to Pro, and you can set your own price, but the lowest price you can possibly set is $3.99. So what did I do? I went through my 50 applets and archived all of them except for 3 of them. And yes, that did take me a while because I did each of them individually. There wasn't a select all, archive everything. I individually went through each one. So that was pretty painful, but hey, I narrowed it down to my 3 favorite applets, and that's what I'm using now. So what happens if you don't go through and archive all your applets? Well, they will downgrade you to 3 applets, and it'll be the newest 3 applets that you've created on your account, and then everything else will get archived. You can pull them out of archive, but you know it's going to be very complicated unless you pay them money. So anyway, I just thought that was important information for you guys to know, and in case, and I don't know how many of you guys use. Okay, Ed is now archiving. Yes, multitasking. You can watch my show and archive your IFTTT applets right now. Okay, so that's IFTTT. Oh my goodness. So I guess I won't be featuring IFTTT on my channel anymore going forward. But I haven't talked about them in a long time on this channel. All right, so next I want to do a quick little demo for you guys. Last week I talked about ESP8266, and I was monitoring my moisture level of my bonsai tree on the internet. So hopefully if you missed that, go back to last week's show and check that out. This week I moved up to the ESP32 right here, and you see a picture of it, and this is the temperature sensor, temperature and humidity sensor. It did not come with this. So just to give you a price point, I bought 2 of these for about $15, and if I only bought one, it was like $10. So I bought 2, and then this I had from another project. So this didn't come with it, and then I used 3 female jumper wires. I did not have those, or I had those from a different project. So those did not come with my project here. So I want to show you, let's see, what did I make out of this? You're wondering, I'm sure. All right, and see, Carl says, of course you cold look for a different solution which may not need the use of IFTTT. I have been doing home automation for 15 years and I do not use IFTTT but to control most of my house. I do not use IFTTT but control most of my house. All right. Yes. Okay. Yes. So look for alternatives. Excellent. Great idea. And we will all be doing that unless you're willing to pay $3.99 to $7.99 a month. Okay. So the tutorial is right here, and it is on Random Nerd Tutorials, and it was published temperature and humidity readings with MQTT and Node-RED. And here is some of the information about that. So I did this tutorial, and I will copy and paste the link to this tutorial right here onto the chat field. All right, so let's see. So now I will show you what we're doing. All right, so now this is a local website. This is the IP address of my Raspberry Pi running Node-RED, and the temperature is in Celsius. I haven't figured out how to change it to Fahrenheit yet. I am in the US, so I do everything by Fahrenheit, and then the humidity is in percent, of course. So it does take a few seconds for it to change. So I'm gonna see if I can heat this up and see if we can get the temperature to go up here. It does take a few seconds for it to work. And let's see if this changes. There it goes. So now the humidity is at 95%. And I think the temperature went up just a little bit. But just now you know the temperature in here in Celsius where I am doing Caroline Live. There are bright lights upon me, which is how we do the show. Anyway, all right, so that is 29.1 degrees Celsius is the temperature now. So anyway, so yeah, if y'all know about Node-RED, or if you just want to do a tutorial and learn about Node-RED and MQTT, Node-RED was, no. Okay, the question from Ed Chin is, does Node-RED reside on the ESP32? No, it does not. It resides on the Raspberry Pi. So to do the tutorial here, you do need a Raspberry Pi running Node-RED. So this is the Raspberry Pi. And the website I just showed you is the IP address of this Raspberry Pi. All right, so, but anyway, so if you want to do this project, here is a great tutorial, and I just put the link in the description field right there. So check it out. So I thought y'all would like a little ESP32. If Scott is on, hello Scott. You know, he said I should do more projects with ESP8266, and then he said, hey, how about ESP32? So I'm trying it out. So thank you, Scott, for making that suggestion. All right. So moving on back to my little PowerPoint presentation here. Ed says, okay, MQTT client on ESP32. Okay, it's on the Raspberry Pi. All right, so next. All right, let's talk about Alexa, and hopefully you have your devices muted by now. Let's see. So there was a contest. I entered that contest. It was the Alexa Conversations contest. We find out next week who won and who lost. Fingers crossed. Now they've already launched the next contest, and it is called Beyond Voice. And there are cash prizes you can win from Amazon, not from me. I'm not holding a contest, just to be clear. And I'm not one of the judges. I'm just a contestant just like everybody else. But the prizes are, if you have the top skill, $20,000. If you're one of 10 finalists, $5,000. There's 6 categories you could win. That's $2,000 you could win. And there's a participation prize, $50 just for entering. If you're in the US, it is a $50 gift card to Amazon. It's not 50 like real dollars, just to be clear. And the deadline is November 17th. I'm gonna put the link for this contest if you want to join in the chat field here. All right, and I got another comment from JPatriot12. How fearful are you with the IoT using your information or spying on you? Ooh, that's a good question. First of all, my life is not that exciting. Thus, I'm on YouTube doing a free show called CarolineLIVE, and y'all can see me right now. So y'all know I'm home right now. So so yeah, I lost that privacy during this show. So I'm not too worried about it. I don't think that I'm that interesting of a person. Like, I guess if I was a political figure or if I was into something nefarious, this would be more interesting and somebody would want to hack me. But I think that if you're a hacker, I think you've got a priority list of people you want to hit, and you probably start with like more important people than little old me. So I'm probably kind of low on the list, hopefully. So I don't really worry about it a lot. I do have cameras in my home, so I do see who's coming in and out. There's a tutorial on that. I just posted it. It's a Porch Pirate camera, so I do have that so that I can see what's going on in my home. So, but otherwise, yeah, I think there's security that is in and around my home, and yes, hopefully that will work out. Let's see. All right, how fearful are you with the IoT information spying on you? So Jay Patriot, third-party sales of your information. I'm a marketing person at heart, so I'm all for like more marketing, more targeted marketing, more personalized marketing. So I think it's actually good, because as a marketing person, it really helps me do my job if I know you better, and I can target you for things that you actually want to buy instead of just putting stuff out there for stuff you're not interested in. So you kind of have to look at it both ways, right? Because you are you're selling things, you're a marketing person, and then you're a consumer as well. So I think it's good, actually. Alrighty. So back to this Alexa Beyond Voice. I do have a demo for you today. Let's see. So Jay Patriot says, I don't have anything to hide. I just don't want my information sold to nefarious entities. Yes, no, we do not want our information sold to nefarious entities. That's bad. All right, so if you want to enter this Alexa Skills Challenge Beyond Voice, you have to incorporate at least one of 4 features. And the four features are APL for audio. Now, if you're not familiar with APL stands for Alexa Presentation Language, and there is they released it, I think, July 22nd during their Alexa Live event, and then I demoed it on this show. If you go back to the September 3rd show, I did do a live demo of APL for audio, what it was and how it works. So it is really interesting how so it's the presentation language, but it's really just an audio version, and it allows you to do so much more if you're coding Alexa skills. So that's one. So if you did a skill that included that would be eligible for this contest, and you could enter the contest. The other one is APL, which is just the Alexa presentation language, which is if you have an Echo Show, there's that screen, and you're designing for that screen, and you can do touch screen. So if you go back to my CarolineLIVE show from September 17th, I did a live demo of my contest entry for the last contest, but I also did work in Alexa presentation language, APL, into that contest entry, and there is a demo of that on 9/17. So what is new and what I want to show you in the next page on the demo is motion and sensing APIs. So last week, rewind to last week's show, Amazon made a bunch of new announcements about new gadgets that they are selling, and one of those is the Echo Show that turns. All right, and it's supposed to turn to face you. That way you don't have to. That way it's not a one-sided Echo. So it rotates to follow you, and so now they have an API for that. And as a developer, you can develop a skill that follows the person around or does something, or you play a game or something, and it goes to the correct person. So I think that's really cool. The Echo Show that actually turns around is not yet available for sale on. I think it's coming out in a month or a little while from now, but you can't actually buy it right this second as of October 1st. And of course, some people have it already, all the early release people or something like that. So if you're a developer for that, the way you have to develop for that is you have to go into the simulator. So I want to show you the simulator. in the next, after I finish this slide. But I also want to mention the fourth way you could enter this contest is Alexa Web API for Games, and that's HTML5. And I think it's kind of geared toward people who already have a game on HTML5 and then they want to kind of reposition it or just reuse it and turn it into an Alexa skill. So I am not familiar with Alexa Web API for Games. I haven't written a game in HTML5, so that's probably just not my sweet spot right there. But the deadline for this contest is November 17th if you want to enter the contest. So I do want to do a demo for you on this. So this is I've copied and pasted the link right here for this, and this is the contest page, and you can enter, and here's all the money you could possibly win. Yay! All right, so if you're a developer, you created an account in developer.amazon.com. I'm just going to refresh the page, make sure I'm still logged in, and then you want to go into Alexa and you want to hit Alexa Skills Kit. So it's free to create an account on developer.amazon.com if you haven't done so already, and then you go into Alexa Skills Kit. And then I just created, this is like the basic hello world skill. So this is, there's really nothing in this skill right now. So there is a skill. Okay, it doesn't do anything, but I'm going to show you how to get to the simulator. So, y'all have seen this before because I've covered this in previous shows. And I'm going to, while I'm at it, I'm going to move myself over here a little bit because this is going to be on the right side of my screen. All right, and then, so you build it, there's this code that you need to put in, and then I'm going to hit test. And I'll show you how you can simulate this turning echo show thing. Now, so this is how you would test something. So you would say, hello, say hey, and then this is how you would test it. So you would say, hello, launch beyond Caroline. So this is how you would start a thing.
Welcome.
So there it is.
You can say hello or help.
Okay, so this
Which
is the
would you
hello
like to
world
try?
skill. All right, and then I would click off skill IO, and then this is if you have an echo show. Now I'm going to scroll down. So this is if you have an echo spot, that's the small hub. If you have an echo show 5 or echo show 7, that's a small hub. Medium hub was the echo show first generation. And then let's switch to echo hub. All right. And so if you had a echo show 10 or the second generation echo show, which is what I have, this is what you would select echo large hub to see what your skill would look like. So this is a way as a developer, for you to test your skill on every device out there. But now there's one that is going to turn around. So now you click on Smart Motion Simulator on, proceed, and check this out. Now you can have the echo turn to you. So, and you can move yourself around too and watch it follow you around. Did y'all see that? Check that out. And it follows me around. So, and then there's kind of this black triangle back here. So I think if you go too far, I think it swings around the other way. So there it goes. All right, Carl S., while I'm entertaining you with my little spinning circle here, Carl S. says, read the Arduino's reported temperature, change temp, DHT temp to temp, DHT.read temp, true in the loop function. All right, I'm not sure where you're going with that, Carl, but hey, it reports the temperature. All right, so anyway, this is a demo of how you would be able to test a echo show that rotates without actually having to buy the echo show that rotates in the simulator. So check that out. That's the simulator. I thought that was pretty interesting. All right, so back to my PowerPoint presentation. All right, so this, I think I made a little GIF of it. So, oh yeah, here's the picture of the Echo Show that pans. And that's what it looks like. All right. Oh, okay. Carl says, sorry to get to Fahrenheit instead of Celsius. Okay, yes, I will think about that. I will work on that. I just haven't gotten around to that yet. All right, so this is the Echo Show that pans. That's what it looks like. And I just showed y'all a demo of how you would simulate that without actually buying the device. So I think that's pretty cool. All right, so next week's video. I'm releasing the next 2 weeks. I'm telling you what I'm going to produce the next 2 weeks. So next week's video, I'm going to put out a video called 5 Steps to Getting Started with the Raspberry Pi. I get a lot of questions about, hey, I'm a total newbie. Where do I start? So I'm going to do 5 steps to get started. You know, like the first 5 projects you should do with Raspberry Pi. I'm going to do that next week. And then the week after that, I'm going to post 5 easy uses for Alexa. So if you noticed a theme now on my channel, it is easy. How do we do easy things with Alexa and Raspberry Pi? So I hope you enjoy that. I do have so many newbies that start with, who'll see a project and it'll be like this really hard project, like the photo booth project or something, and you got to start with basics, in my opinion. So I'm just going to do some basic stuff for the next couple of weeks. And I do have a new smart plug, so I'll be setting that up, as well as a smart bulb as well. So you'll see that in the mix somewhere soon. So that's kind of what I've got on my agenda right now. I will post on Twitter, if you're following me on Twitter, once that Tom's Hardware project, that scrolling face mask project is posted, I will post on Twitter about that. I'm really excited about that project. I worked night and day on that project for a while to get it to do that. No show next week, but if you want to see where I'm going or what I'm doing, what I'm up to, check me out on Twitter and Instagram. I am the Caroline Dunn. And okay, Jay Patriot says, I have 7 Raspberry Pi in an attic. You're an addict. And Ed has 4 Raspberry Pis. Woohoo! Yes, they're like potato chips. You can't have just one. And I would say that about my Alexa devices too. So, alrighty. And so my schedule is October 15th, October 29th, November 12th, December 10th. No shows on holidays, obviously. And if you want to follow me on social media, find out what I'm doing when I'm not here, also check that out. Instagram is kind of hard for me to post like things unless I make a graphic out of it, and I don't always have time to make graphics out of everything. So, but if you want to see where I'm going on vacation, Instagram is the place to watch me. All right, so thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks from now, October 15th. And this has been Projects with Caroline, and this has been Caroline Live. Thank you, everybody. Bye.